Hello everyone. So today we're going to do Capricorn compatibility and how to attract a Capricorn. So this is very personal to me because I'm a Capricorn. So we'll see how this works out. We're going to start with Capricorn and Aries. So we have a Capricorn, which is a feminine earth sign. Feminine earth cardinal sign, and then Aries, which is a masculine fire cardinal sign. So to me, fire and earth is volcano, which is interesting because I was doing some research on Hawaiian culture and stuff because of something I was doing. And I read about Pele, the goddess of fire and volcano. And for me, mixing earth and fire is a volcano. And my sun sign is earth, and I have 2 fire signs, which is volcano. And I have a tattoo. It's hard to see because this is so, but see, there's a tiki god here. Here's his mouth. And then I have a volcano back here. I have a volcano over here, and then a tiki god, and then we have thunder and lightning and all of this stuff. And I started kind of connecting the dots, and I was like, what if I am supposed to my belief system is in Hawaiian beliefs and practices, because Pele is the goddess of fire and volcanoes. I have a volcano, I have a tiki god, I have earth and fire as my main 3. So I started really looking into Hawaiian beliefs and practices. I'm learning Hawaiian, so it's really cool. I don't feel like you need to be I don't need to be Hawaiian to completely embrace the Hawaiian culture. There's a fine line though between cultural appropriation and appreciation. So for me, I feel like what I have is an appreciation for the Hawaiian culture, and I want to learn everything I can about it. However, when it comes to cultural appropriation, it's about, like, an example of cultural appropriation is being really not being Native American and being really into Native American culture, but wearing the headdress, wearing the war paint. It's almost a sense of mockery, right? They say that imitation is the best form of flattery. That's not imitation, it's almost a mockery. So it would be, appropriation to embody the physical characteristics of the culture that you are appreciating, but then it surpasses that line when it becomes from appreciation to appropriation. So I'm really working on learning everything I can, even learning the language, and I'm really excited about that. So getting back to Capricorn and Aries, again, Capricorn, a feminine earth sign, a feminine earth cardinal sign. Aries, a masculine fire cardinal sign. We have Capricorn ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of ambition, freedom, structure, and realism. Aries ruled by Mars, which is about being dynamic, passion, aggression. We have Capricorn in the 10th house of career, long-term goal, structure, and home, and Aries in the house of self, first impressions, new beginnings. So yeah, Aries is the first house of self. As a Capricorn myself, could I feel like with Aries is Aries is selfish, okay? With Capricorn, I feel like Capricorns can be selfish too, because they're about freedom, right? But Aries is also about self. So I feel like it would be too much of a separation as far as this, what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. You don't go into my space, I don't go into your space, right? Um, to me, it just comes across very much as instead of them combining to make one, they're two separate parts. Um, when it comes to money, I feel like Capricorn could get irritated at the fact that I think Aries is a spender. Um, Capricorn is all about saving, structure. Um, but see, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of realism. Um, they might see Aries as maybe being a little unrealistic because they're pretty selfish. So when it comes to money, I feel like Capricorn could really want to take the reins on money. When it comes to the bedroom, well, Saturn is a planet of freedom, but Capricorn, Aries is ruled by Mars, which is about passion and aggression. I feel like maybe potentially Aries could bring out the passion in a Capricorn, but because they're ruled by the planet of aggression, they could go maybe execution isn't probably their strong suit. Capricorn could get sick of it and be like, you know what? Don't make me do it. I don't feel like it. Okay. Look, when I say I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it. Leave me alone. Stop pushing me. Stop. It's like, what movie was that? Was it Poltergeist or no. It was E.T. when Drew Barrymore's character, she's like, stop being pushy. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Um, so moving on to Capricorn and Taurus, we have Capricorn as a feminine earth sign who is cardinal. Taurus is a feminine earth sign who is stubborn. This is me and my son. My son is Taurus. Taurus ruled by Venus, which is about being social, having friends, creativity, emotion, and values. Also ruling the second house of material things, money, priorities, home, career. I think overall, I think about the relationship between me and my son. We have a very adult relationship, not adult like that, but like adult. We can sit down. He comes into my room, he sits on the floor, and we have an adult conversation about whatever topic we're talking about. Even if we have opposing views in the beginning, we end the conversation seeing each other's side, and then we're like, okay, good talk, right? I feel like with Taurus ruled by Venus, Venus rules emotion and values. So I feel like even though Taurus is a stubborn sign, they could be open to listening to Capricorn's side. Capricorn, I said like with Aries, Capricorn could be a little selfish, but as a Capricorn, I tend to want people. It's not necessarily about wanting people to agree with me. I don't need people to agree with me, but just wanting them to understand where I'm coming from. I didn't wear eyeliner today. It's weird. My eyes look weird, huh? Without eyeliner. Anyway, so I really think like what is really good between Capricorn and Taurus is they're both about career and home structure. So that's good because I feel like they're both homebodies, so they have no problem staying home. When finances come in, it's about what can we do for our home to improve our home. In the bedroom, even though Taurus is ruled by Venus, it could be a little dry because Venus is about love and emotion, but the passion, Like the passion isn't there like it is with Aries. Like Taurus would be more like the person to make love over having sex. Moving on to Capricorn and Gemini, we have Capricorn is a feminine earth sign who's cardinal. Gemini is a masculine air sign who is flexible. Gemini ruled by Mercury, communication, thinking, skill, and learning. Ruling the third house of social activities and interests. My daughter's dad is a Gemini. Not a lot of love here. It's more like friends, like roommates. This pairing could like to go out and do things together. Capricorn is very grounded. They're very much, hey, but this money should be budgeted. We should have a budget. We should have a financial plan. Let's make sure our fixed expenses are paid before we go out and spend money on whatever it is. Gemini is the opposite. Gemini is the main character. Gemini wants to spend on whatever they want to spend on. So when it comes to money, Capricorn is going to want to be like, let me take over the finances. I know how to budget the money. Gemini could be like, you know what? It's my money. I want to spend it. Reminds me of the song It's My Life by, I know Gwen Stefani has a version, but I'm thinking about the original version. I forgot who it's by. Which is about, it's my life and don't tell me what to do. But I feel like Gemini, because they're an air sign, their head is maybe a little bit up in the clouds. Capricorn's grounded. They're trying to pull on Gemini. Get your head out of the clouds. Bedroom, again, not a lot of love here. Not a lot. I don't find a lot of passion here in either of them. I mean, there could be passion, but it's more like a friends with benefits type of thing. Hit it and quit it. So moving on to Capricorn and Cancer. Capricorn, feminine earth sign, who is cardinal. Cancer, feminine water sign, who is cardinal as well. So these are opposite signs in the zodiac. Moon. Okay. Cancer is ruled by the moon, which is about sensitivity, intuition, peace, and desire. And then ruling the fourth house of self-care, foundations, creations, and nurturing. Again, to homebodies. My sister's a Cancer. And her and I, she was very up and down. Very emotional person. Her and I got along when things were good, but when things were bad, I just dipped out because I was like, I can't deal with all this stuff. Like, what are you doing? Right? Capricorn is, ruled by Saturn, structure, realism. Capricorner. Cancer is ruled by the moon, sensitivity. Okay. I feel like Cancer could be a little too emotional for Capricorn. However, Capricorn's 10th house is about long-term goals, home. And then Cancer's 4th house is about foundation. So I think that they could blend well when it comes to home life. I don't feel like either of them are very social, like to stay home. When it comes to money, I feel like they could both equally be on equal footing there because Capricorn's 4th house is about foundations and nurturing. So I feel like it's not only nurturing self or nurturing the partner, but it's also nurturing like the money that comes in. When it comes to bedroom, I feel like Cancer could be needy. Cuddle with me, love me, be gentle with me. And I think Capricorn could be indifferent. Capricorn is like, whatever, right? But they're both enterprising and outgoing, so I think they could make good business partners. Moving on to Capricorn and Leo. So I am a Leo moon. Capricorn, feminine earth sign, who is cardinal. Leo, masculine fire sign, which is stubborn. We have Leo ruled by the sun, which is a planet or the star of individuality, pride, success, display, and honor. Leo rules the 5th house of romance, affairs, playtime, drama, and joy. I see myself in all of these as a Leo moon. You know, Leo would be someone, when it comes to Capricorn, Leo, of course, is the one that wants to go out, have a good time, and look at me, look at me. Capricorn's just like, oh my God, can you just, you are not the main character. This is not your world, and we're all NPCs. You know, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of realism. I know someone, I don't think they're a Leo, but they act like a Leo. And it's annoying as shit. I'm like, you know what? You live in the land of rainbows and cotton candy, and you need to wake up, right? But you know, Leos are about being childlike, playtime, joy. So I think it's more his childlike side. But yes, he is very prideful. And anyway, enough about him. I feel like, yeah, you know, Capricorn would have to, you know, I said earth and fire is volcano energy. I feel like this could be a tumultuous relationship because Leo wants to be the king and Capricorn is not about to take a shit, right? So when it comes to money, again, Capricorn is going to have to take the reins here. In the bedroom, I feel like Leo is going to take the reins because Leo is about romance and playtime. So Leo might want to role play. But Leo is also about affairs, which is kind of a lack of commitment. So Capricorn is very grounded. They're about long-term goals. I'm sorry. It's okay, my love. They're about long-term goals. Leo rules the house of affairs. So Capricorn could have a hard time keeping Leo in one spot. In the bedroom, yeah. So overall, we have turbulent, tumultuous, possibly connection. Money-wise, Capricorn is going to take the reins, bedroom. I think Leo is going to take the reins in the bedroom. Capricorn and Virgo. We have a feminine Capricorn, a feminine earth sign who's cardinal. Virgo, a feminine earth sign who is mutable. We have Virgo ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, learning, skill. Ruling the 6th house of health, work, service to others. Virgos are feminine earth signs, but they're kind of like Capricorn. You know, there's no kind of like romantic, you know, frilly stuff. So I feel like with these two, they would make great business partners. They have their nose to the grindstone. They're really focused. You know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Mercury rules skill and learning. So I think because Virgo is a flexible sign, they'll be open to learning from Capricorn. Virgo's 6th house is about work. Capricorn's 10th house is about career. So they could be very career driven, which would make them good business partners. Money-wise, I think that they're on even footing there. When it comes to the bedroom, I don't think there's a whole lot of like emotion or even passion. We have 2 earth sign very, very grounded. Just, we have the feminine, which is receptive energy. But feminines are very magnetic, so they could be drawn to each other and they'll listen to each other. We have Capricorn, who's outgoing, enterprising, and Virgo, who is flexible. So Virgo will follow Capricorn. They'll be able to learn from Capricorn. But I feel like it would be a very dry relationship. Moving on to Capricorn and Libra, we have Capricorn, feminine earth sign, who's cardinal. Libra, masculine air sign, who is cardinal as well. Libra, ruled by Venus, planet of social stuff, friendship, creativity, emotion, and values. They rule the 7th house of relationships, equality, and sharing. Overall, we have Libra, who's an air sign. Air signs, I feel, can get distracted. They're not really focused. They could be daydreamy. Capricorn, we have earth and air, which air turns earth to dust. There's erosion there with air and earth, right? This could be abrasive, an abrasive connection. But Libra as air could wear down Capricorn, who's an earth sign. Libra is a masculine sign, so they're direct. Capricorn's feminine, so they're receptive. Libra could want to take point on a lot of things. But Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, the planet of freedom, so they may be like to Libra, you know what? Don't tell me what to do. But Libra is the 7th house of equality and sharing and relationships. So I feel like because Libra isn't a fixed sign, they could be like, okay, let's work this out. Let's compromise. Let's do that. Libra could be the one who wants to go out and spend time with friends. When it comes to money, I think that Capricorn will want to take lead, and I think that Libra will let them, as long as Capricorn is fair about it. In the bedroom, Libra is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love and emotion. So Libra, I feel like, would bring a little bit of love and emotion into the bedroom. And, but overall, it could be kind of dry. Is that, oh my gosh, I just washed this. Is that a crease? I hate when that happens. Okay, so moving into Capricorn and Scorpio. I've dealt with 3 Scorpios in my life, and it was all 3 times were just awful. Capricorn, which is, feminine earth sign, cardinal. Scorpio, feminine water sign, which is stubborn. So earth and water, what does that make? Mud. Scorpio as a fixed sign, they're the mud holding Capricorn back. Because Capricorn is cardinal. Capricorn is outgoing and enterprising, and Scorpio is the mud that sucks their shoes off when they try to walk in the mud, right? We have Scorpio ruled by Pluto, planet of transformation, spirituality, extremes, and sex. We have Scorpio ruling the 10th house, the 8th house of intimacy, money, goals, and mystery. So overall, I feel like Capricorn could be put off by Scorpio's spirituality, Scorpio's transformation, and extremes. So Capricorn won't know what to expect from Scorpio, which is true of my connections with Scorpios in the past. When it comes to, they're both feminine signs, so they're both magnetic. They'll be drawn to each other. However, Scorpio could be a little too emotional for Capricorn. Scorpio is stubborn. And Capricorn, with ruled by the planet of freedom, they're not going to like that. Because Scorpios can be controlling. And Capricorn's like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Right? I'm like looking at my eyebrows. This eyebrow is actually a lot thinner than this eyebrow. So I try to make them even. Because I have like, I don't know if I still have it, but alopecia. My hair's growing back in, but yeah, my eyebrows haven't evened out. So I have to do it with a pencil, and I'm like, are they weird looking? Because this eye is already messed up. Like, I messed up this eye several times when I was younger. So that's why it looks a little different. But anyway, overall, I kind of feel like Capricorn, if they're dealing with an unhealed Scorpio, Capricorn will be sick of their shit. For real, sick of their shit. When it comes to money, Scorpio is the 8th house of money and goals. So I think money-wise, they could work out really well. Although the Scorpios I know are very, they spend money like there's no tomorrow. But those could be, I mean, Scorpios, but of course we're talking about, other signs in, right? When it comes to the bedroom, Scorpio is very oversexed. They want it all the time, and they're not shy about it. If the Scorpio is a masculine, like a man, it could, if they're unhealed, it could move. The extreme could be SA, which is what happened with my first husband, who was a Scorpio. So Scorpios, if you're a Scorpio, I'm not saying that's what you're going to do. I'm not saying that's what you're thinking of doing. No, I'm talking about extreme cases. There's always an exception to the rule, right? I'm just talking about the experience I have had with unhealed Scorpios. But money-wise, yeah, I think they would do well. They're on even footing there when it comes to money. Moving on to Capricorn and Sagittarius. So I'm Sagittarius rising. We have Sagittarius, which is a masculine fire sign who is flexible. Again, I have earth, fire, and fire, which is a big volcano, right? Which made me think of Pele, which made me want to follow the Hawaiian culture. Anyway, enough about me. We have Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, planet of opportunity, optimism, finance, and justice. We have Sagittarius ruling the 9th house of wisdom, spirituality, community, learning. That's where my spirituality comes from. My Sagittarius side. Overall, I really feel like this is a good pairing, not because these are both me, but Jupiter is a planet of luck and optimism and finances. I feel like Sagittarius as a masculine fire sign can pull the joy and optimism out of Capricorn. Capricorn can be kind of a stick in the mud. Jupiter can pull that out of them. Because Sagittarius, my Sagittarius side is like, hey, let's daydream and let's think about all of the awesome things we could do with all of our money. Manifestation. I'm not going to name, I have a couple intentions for next year. I'm not going to name them. It's like making a wish on your birthday and then telling everyone what your wish is. Can't do that, right? So I'm not telling anybody. I have one friend who I, you know, told him hypothetically, but no, it's my intention. But there was a very, very specific reason why I hypothetically told him about it. It was a reason that's very important to me. Anyway, yeah, I think when it comes to, I think this would be a good pairing. Even though we have, we have a masculine and feminine. Sagittarius is the direct side. Capricorn is the receptive side. Sagittarius will bring out, even though this is volcano energy, it's like a good volcano, not like the other volcanic signs or pairings. In the bedroom, I feel like this could probably, like the bedroom stuff could probably come from the Sagittarius side. Because they're about optimism, spirituality. Opportunity. So Sagittarius could be like, hey, there's no one around. Let's, And Cap is like, no, what are you, crazy? We're going to get caught. And Sagittarius is like, yeah, it's so fun in it, right? Money-wise, good pairing. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, the planet of finance. Capricorn ruled by Saturn, ruling the 10th house of career, long-term goals, things like that. So next we have two Capricorns. Ooh, this is just such a... Two Capricorns, two feminine earth signs who are cardinal. Grounded pairing. Enterprising, outgoing. These two Capricorns could go out and start a business together. My brother is a Capricorn. He is very enterprising. He's an electrician. He has his own business. He's making good money. He owns his own house, has a wife, has a couple kids. They go on vacation to Europe. My brother and I, we do butt heads. Because we're ruled by Saturn, which is a planet of freedom, but it's also the planet of realism. He has his sense. Reality is perception. He has his perception of reality. I have my perception of reality, and we could butt heads. We're two goat fishes. So anyway, yeah, I feel like they could butt heads. Very, very much grounded. Very grounded. But they're both cardinal signs, so I think they would make good business partners. But when it comes to like being in a relationship with the emotion and the stuff, money, great money partners, great business partners. In the bedroom, Saturn is about freedom. But I don't see a lot of like, there's not a lot of, oh, let's cuddle, let's make love. There's not a lot of, oh, let's have sex. It's like, it seems like it would be very mechanical. So moving on to Capricorn and Aquarius. We have Aquarius, which is a masculine air sign who is stubborn. Aquarius ruled by Uranus, which is a planet of sudden change, tension, knowledge. Aquarius rules the 11th house of friends, humanitarianism, hopes, and wishes. So overall, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of structure, and then Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, planet of sudden change. I feel like Capricorn, and Aquarius is an air sign, so they're not rooted to anything. So Capricorn would have to lasso Aquarius, try to keep them like a balloon, you know, and kind of keep them, tie them to the rock or something, keep them. Aquarius is 11th house of friends, humanitarians, hopes, and wishes. That could be a little much for Capricorn, ruled by the ruled by the planet of Saturn, who's the planet of realism and structure. Aquarius could be a little flighty for Capricorn. But Aquarius is ruled by the planet of knowledge, which works with Capricorn's, I guess, 10th house of structure, just because Aquarius isn't stupid. Like, I feel like Aquarius, the way Aquarius moves is very calculated. They know what they're doing. When it comes to money, I feel like Aquarius would be the one to want to give money to homeless, charities, things like that, humanitarianism. I always told myself when I have like a lot of money, every time I go to the store, I'm going to buy like 5 or 10 like fast food gift cards. And when I see a homeless person, I'll hand them a gift card. Say, here, you know, that way at least you'll have food. That's my humanitarian side. Because like I've seen like stuff where people give homeless food, and then if the homeless person rejects it, they get mad. But what people don't realize, homeless are people too. Homeless people have preferences. They have allergies. They have, just because they're homeless, I know they say beggars can't be choosers, but if you're someone who gets incredibly sick with gluten and you're homeless, you can't just get a burger from McDonald's. It'll make you incredibly sick. So I figure if I give them a gift card to wherever, they can go and get what they want from McDonald's or Wendy's or Taco Bell, right? If they're gluten-free, they can get something gluten-free. If they're vegan, they can do that, or vegetarian. Or if they don't like a burger, they can get a chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? I guess this comes from my side of being homeless twice. Okay? That doesn't make you any less of a person if you're homeless. Okay? So if you're the type to give to homeless people, I always say, if someone is like, I need money for food, don't go to McDonald's or Taco Bell and buy them a bag of food and say, here you go. They may not be able to eat it. Okay? And also there have been cases of people spitting in the food. There was that one case of a guy who put toothpaste, scraped out the cream from an Oreo, put toothpaste. The homeless guy got really sick and he got put in jail. Good. Okay? Because that is someone who's incredibly entitled, incredibly classist. Maybe you need to be knocked down a couple notches. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Otherwise, this is going to be an hour-long video. We're going to move on to Capricorn and Pisces. Pisces, feminine water sign, who is flexible, mutable. Pisces ruled by Neptune, the planet of idealism, occultism, and creativity. Pisces rules the 12th house, which is a house of healing, spirituality, solitude, secrecy, and limiting beliefs. Pisces always comes across as very emotional, very Eeyore energy. That's how I see Pisces based on the information I have in front of you. So if you're a Pisces and you're like, I'm not Eeyore, I'm talking about just the sign of Pisces. I'm not talking about your other ruling signs. Like we have 5. Sun, rising, moon, Venus, and Mars. Those are our top 5. I'm not talking, like for me, I'm Capricorn, but I have, different signs in my other 4 place spots in my chart, which tweaks my personality. Okay. So if you're like, that's not me, that could be because of the other signs in your chart. I feel like this probably wouldn't work out. We have earth and water, mud. This could be a really stagnant connection. Um, Pisces could very, very much have their head in the clouds, even though they're a water sign. But Pisces is also about wanting solitude, okay? Being secretive, not wanting to talk to Capricorn, which could really irritate Capricorn. It's kind of like that, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Well, obviously something's wrong because what's with the Eeyore energy? I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, oh, God. Can I help? No. You know what? Fine. I'm going to go to the other room. You wallow in your self-pity. That's kind of like the dynamic, which could really hurt Pisces. When it comes to money, I honestly think Pisces doesn't give a shit. That's kind of, it's like, if you've seen the movie Inside Out, Sadness, that's what makes me think of Pisces. They're just willing to lay there and have joy pull them along the corridors. That's how I see it. They're very spiritual. They're about healing. They could be very hippie like oh, you seem angry. Do you need some healing? Let's sage the house. Let's do a what's it called? A talking circle. Which I'm not knocking Pisces for that. I love that. Pisces is about healing and spirituality because that's what I am. I get that from my Sagittarius side. Guaranteed I have Pisces in my chart somewhere. But I think for maybe an unhealed Capricorn, Pisces would be like Dharma and Greg. But the difference with Dharma and Greg, I feel like Greg turned into a healed whatever he was. He could be a healed Gemini maybe, or an Aquarius. But he was able over time to accept Dharma's Pisces side. Money wise, I don't think Pisces could give a crap. When it comes to sex, I feel like Pisces could be needy. You know, they're about spirituality and healing. They could want to do some tantric stuff. And Capricorn's like, so yeah, that's Capricorn and Pisces. So let's talk about attracting a Capricorn. I'm going to talk in the sense of we, because I'm a Capricorn. We are aloof at first because we're calculating the risks of a new friendship, which is very interesting because a lot of my friends in high school, they told me when we first met you, we thought you were stuck up, aloof, stuck up. But they're like, once we actually got to know you, we found out how awesome of a person you are. And a lot of people say it's the way that I live. I have RBF, resting bitch face. When I speak, I tend to speak in a condescending tone, even when I don't mean to. It's just naturally, I have like this, like people tell me, they're like, you have this air of like royalty. Like when you walk, when you talk, it's like you have a crown on your head and you're above everybody. And that's how you come across. And I'm like, but that's not how I but I don't want to come across that way. So it gets to the point with Capricorns where you just got to take some time to get to know them. Okay? Take the initiative in conversation and be amusing. We need that emotional lift because we're very grounded, we're very structured, we have that aloofness to us. We need that buoyancy, that emotional buoyancy to be more joyful and more happy and more optimistic. So we love people who make us laugh. Yes. You know, I've dated guys who weren't, what attracted me to them was their sense of humor. They could make me laugh. So be amusing, be funny. Don't be sticking in the mud like me, like Capricorn. We tend to mask our vulnerability and our feelings even when we think we're being very open. Yeah, that's like me. Even when I have feelings, I'm not very open with them. It's that aloofness, that wall. Queen of Swords, right? Energy. Queen of Swords, if you don't know who the Queen of Swords is in tarot, she's someone who stands in her power, stands in her truth. She wants fairness, structure. Very Queen of Swords. Even when we're being open, I think it's easier. I'm a healed Capricorn. It's still kind of difficult sometimes for me to be completely open with people because I guard my vulnerability. Uh, we're interested in art, music, and theater, which is true. I'm actually going to be learning to draw. I have like my Amazon wish list. I have like art pencils and paper. I want to learn to draw. I want to learn to bring that creativity out in myself. I love going to the museum. I remember I used to live in San Francisco, the Academy of Sciences. It's like this big complex in the Golden Gate area park where they have like an aquarium and a natural history museum and an art museum and this and that and the other and the planetarium. It's so cool, and I loved going there because it was so just amazing. Music, I love music. If you look at my YouTube music playlist, I have everything in there: rock, hip hop, pop, electronic. I even have ethnic music. I have Indian music. I have Arabic music. I have Korean. I have Japanese. I have Spanish. You know, I love all types of music. Theater. I do like going to the theater. The movies, not so much because it's too loud. It's too cold. It's like I'm neurodivergent, so it's too much. It's like too like I can't. It's too much. It's like, oh my gosh, no. Maybe if I sat all the way in the back with a heavy jacket, I would be good. And of course, hot dog, nachos, popcorn, all of that stuff. um, we prefer to talk about serious subject, and we prefer to be taken seriously. Yes, if I'm talking about something and I'm being completely serious about it, and someone is not taking me seriously, it will upset me. And I like to talk about serious subjects. It depends. Sometimes I like to talk about gossipy stuff, like stuff I see like on Twitter or Facebook. Um, I was gonna say like this upcoming election, there's a certain person I like to like talk about, gossip about. Um, that's just me. But for the most part, it's not so much that I prefer to talk about serious subjects. When we're talking about a serious subject, I expect you to be serious as well. Okay? I don't want you to be laughing. I don't want you to be cracking jokes. I don't want you to like poo-poo it. No. Let's sit down. That's my grounded side. Let's sit down and talk about this seriously. It doesn't mean we have to be confrontational. It doesn't mean we have to fight. It just means listen to me, I will listen to you. Let me talk and I will let you talk. Let's come to a consensus. Like me and my son, we could start out with very differing opinions, and then we sit and we talk about it. He explains his side, I explain my side. Eventually, those sides meld together, and we're like, oh, okay, I see your side and you see my side. We're good. Okay. We shun unconventionality. And this, I'm not talking about stuff like LGBTQ, race, lifestyles, things like that. No, we're talking about like conspiracy theories. I've started to accept, like for me, I was like, aliens. There's no such thing as aliens. Bigfoot, what are you talking about? Loch Ness Monster. But now it's about a healed Capricorn opening up to their inner child, okay, and saying, wow, yes, I believe in aliens. I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. It's that childlike acceptance and wonder. But for the most part, it's like sometimes it's like I hear some conspiracy theories and I'm like, oh, okay, it's judging. I shouldn't judge, but I'm like, man, what are you taking? Can I have some? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, stuff like that. We like practical gifts and good quality. Yes. If you look at my Amazon wish list, it's all practical stuff that I can use. I do have some like frivolous stuff. Like for me, it's like crystals and you know, like sage and incense and stuff like that. So but when someone gives me a gift, I want something that I can actually use. And good quality. None of this Timu stuff. Okay. Shine. Or Sheen. Is it Shine or Sheen? I call it Shine. I hear people call it Sheen. Um, I've gotten clothes from Sheen, remarkably good quality. Um, but I hear a lot of stuff from there is just cheap. So, like, let's say I go shopping for clothes, I'll go to the secondhand store. I like to get secondhand things because they're better quality. Because if you go to the store, you're paying $50 for a piece of clothing, a shirt, and it's cheap, and you can feel the cheapness. I'm like, for $50, I could go to a secondhand store, pick me up like 20 shirts or more, right? Or 50, 45 shirts for $1 a piece. We appreciate luxury, but abhor spending to impress. Yes. I appreciate luxury. It's not that I don't appreciate luxury. Yes. I love beautiful things. I want a beautiful home and a beautiful car and beautiful clothes and a beautiful, yes, I want that. But I don't like people who spend to impress others. Keeping up with the Joneses. Okay. Oh, the new iPhone come out. I need to get it because then I'll have the new iPhone. It's like, so what? What's wrong with your current iPhone? Nothing. Then why do you need a new one? You know, for me, I don't care. Like my laptop, you should see this thing. I will show it to you right now. This is what I use to work with. Look at this. Okay. Look at the missing, oh, that's my medication. Look at the missing keys. Look at this thing. This is my work laptop that I use to create these videos. Okay. I'm like, to me, it's practical because it still works. I need a new laptop, unfortunately, because this doesn't have the hard drive space I need to you know how I used to film it? I used to use this as the camera and have it record onto there. I can't do that with this laptop anymore. It won't let me. So I need a new laptop. And probably looking at that laptop, you guys are like, yes, you damn sure need a new laptop. But yeah, you know, if you come to me and you're like, oh yeah, I make all this money and I have a mansion and I have a Lamborghini and I have this, I'm like, so I don't care. That's all impractical crap. You know, how's your spending? Well, I mean, I'm a financial coach, so I'm like, how much debt are you in right now? Books are great gifts, yes. Give me $100 gift card to Barnes & Noble and I'm in heaven. I love bookstores. Love them. Always be on time. Yes. Okay. But on time is actually late. If I say pick me up at 8, I expect you to be pulling up at least 5 minutes before 8. Okay. If you pull up at 8, I'll give you a pass. But if you show up after 8, I'm like, you knew you were supposed to be here at 8. Why are you late? Well, there was traffic. Well, why didn't you account for traffic before you went? But that's me, right? Because Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, which is a planet of structure. But it's also a planet of realism. That's why we tend to shun unconventional thought processes. We're the house of long-term goals, you know? So money's really important because it's like, you know, if I receive $10,000, I'm not just going to go blow it on something. I'm like, okay, I have my financial plan here of what I'm going to do with it. 50%, I split the money, 50, 30, 20. 50% of this 10,000 is going to go towards living expenses, rent, utilities, phone, internet, car, if I don't have a car, but stuff, health insurance, okay? And then 30% of it will go towards, stuff that I want, like, any special groceries, you know, 30% of 10,000 is what, $3,000? Sign up for freaking Whole Foods, get it delivered, right? And then 20%, 2,000 is gonna go in the bank, in the savings account. I'm gonna save it. They always say have at least $1,000 as an emergency fund. Well, I have $2,000 now as an emergency fund, right? I know it sounds, but I go over this um in my video on what I do when it comes to finances. It doesn't sound fun, does it? But it's eventually it's gonna make sense, because we're gonna turn 65, and we're gonna look at our bank account and go, wow, I have over $1 million saved, or I have $500,000 saved. I don't gotta work anymore. It was worth it. So anyway, that was how to attract the Capricorn compatibility, and how to attract the Capricorn. It was fun. So that was my video. Remember to like and subscribe. All of my information is down below, including my life and financial coaching topics, my ebooks. You could download an ebook. That's linked down below. Personal readings, charts, social media. If you'd like to donate to the channel, that is down below as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, happy Tuesday. Remember to have a beautiful day, week, month, year, life. Remember to spread love, joy, compassion, gratitude, and kindness. And I will see you next time.